So welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, and here we go for the last time in this replay casting session. We'll be saving that BO5 for a rainy day and just something to hype things up for a next potential tournament or two. But here and now, we start things off with this guy, we end things off with this guy. But it is such a sight to behold because of one simple reason. Introducing first, on the top left of Nightshade Ellie, on the red Zerg, it is our Terran admin, DLSMIZEL. Now Mizzle is really looking to learn the game to a high degree. He's been working with a bunch of the Diamonds and Masters on the side of the SCPH scene to get better and better. And if I remember correctly, he's now Diamond on Terran, really bring in such resolve to work up the ladder. But in the meantime, his opponents are going to be mirroring that same race. Will it be the same kind of performance? That's going to be a real question here. It's our blue Zerg, Vincent. Now again, Vincent. Is this Vincent Valentine? Is this Vincent Vampire? Is that something? That's gonna be something again. It's funny that Mizzle is gonna be facing off against a pretty normal game. I remember we had the game where it was Fred. His name was Fred. So you can't go wrong with simple names. If you don't have a cool name like XXX, cool killer guy, then you can do something else. Now, interesting enough, it is gonna be Mizzle going for the hatchery first. He goes for the pool here and there, and he will go for that 3 drones on the gas. Actually onto this single extractor. Now, what's gonna be the timing here for Mizzle? Will he actually go for the full gas experience? Because he can go for the pull immediately by the 60 gas mark, and he should have enough for metabolic boost as soon as it pops. But as I say, that seems like a little off the mark, maybe around 70 or 80 to make sure that that's gonna be the case. But Mizzle is just committing onto the extractor there, and on the other side, it is going to be Vincent going for his own hatchery along the way. Now, the question here is, what went on? What actually is happening here to Vincent? Because he had the spawning pool already, his hatchery is still coming on up, so he did go for the pool first, but where's the aggression? Where are the units? Seems like they just didn't really happen, or something like that. See, nothing being built. It's very, very weird to go for pool first without actually either sending in the aggression or going for a few more queens, a little out of the ordinary. But hey, in Nightshade Ellie, the path of least resistance is not the shortest path to your other side. It usually is such a death zone that just run on through onto the diagonal into the mid and late game. But you're just in time when nothing is set up to begin with. In the meantime, this is Mizzle trying to scout, but because he doesn't have the Carapace upgrade, it will just be free hits here and there for the Queen to get the takedown onto the Overlord. You gotta be a little more careful if you don't really get that speed along the way, and on the other side, seems like Mizzle is just wanting to do the same, but the creep spread already has been established. And eventually, though, the kill happens at the last moment. You don't even need to, of course you do want to kill them because of their spawn nature and all the abilities that they can crap out. But you know, they're just trying to have a good time. They're just chilling. They're just enjoying the moment here in the forest. And speaking of forests, it's a very interesting approach here. Mizzle is only on 23 workers. Vince is on 32. And with Mizzle only having pretty much a pretty normal count, well, he's gonna be trying, that's for sure. Anyway, Mizzle reacting immediately any potential aggression to go for double Evo Chamber, as in the meantime, it's a Roach Warren right now for Vincent. Still though, staying on spawning pool might be a little too dangerous even if you have big numbers to really slow things down. Anyway though, 2 base versus 2 base. But Lair Tech versus Hatchery here and there. No Lair whatsoever for Mizzle, and honestly, it feels like this can just be blue hand sides for the taking. Anyway though, all about the scouts again, and for Nightshade, really is that pretty hue of purple. Can't go wrong with that. Like some ube, like Grimace from McDonald's. You know, you just gotta act a little regal into this one. But Mizzle right now gonna be sending things in to try and go for the pokes, and oh my god, it's a lot of Baneling so from DLSMIZEL. Unfortunately, he will have to deal with the queens as well as the roaches. Very, very tanky units in their own regard. Anytime Mizzle, look for the scouts, maybe having these Zerglings into the forefront. I truly believe that Vincent saw that one with the push on forward. Anyway though, Mizzle wants to go for the bus, looking to break down those chains. Gets connection onto a few roaches there, and then, oh, that's a huge hit! The drones get eviscerated on the spot, and Mizzle is happy to take the lead. That's a big bomb there, connecting from the SCPH, and he gets so much value with the one bailing. What a play there from Mizzle, really setting things up and just surprising the opponent, preventing them from really getting the items that they need. Well. DLSMIZEL now in such a good spot after everything that went on. Tractor gonna be built as well, and third base up and running already for our Red Zerg player. In the meantime though, he is gonna be looking at the mirror and go for those Roach Warren plays, but at the same time, he wants +1 on the melee as well as the Carapace. So this can be Spire Tech into the future with 3 base. Can't really go wrong with that. Such a tried and tested build. Spawning Pool though very late here for Vincent, as he's just been basically using this for defense over anything else. Anyway, no convergence onto the third base, immediately forcing out the cancel. Quick action there from Vincent, but Mizzle at the right place at the right time. Getting some really good kills, especially onto that potential third. Anyway though, Vincent now being morphed on in again, and it is time to try and bust down that imaginary wall that doesn't really exist to begin with. Anyway, no transition already from Mr. Mizzle. Moving on around the map, and these links want to make it through. Looks for round out the Queen. This is gonna be a big pickoff, and Vincent losing a Queen for free there. Here comes the push already yet again. The Bailings right now just running over to the main base. A few of them lost into the distance, but this is gonna be a big boom onto the middle line. Everything getting torn asunder yet again, and the Zerglings right now gonna be into the back line to try and counter out this push. What a push, what an aggressive play, and what an onslaught right now from the SCPH. He's sending in more and more of these Zerglings, and he's just keeping on with the funnel, trying to build the +2/+2, working from behind the scenes. Anyways, Mizzle is just set up with the defense pretty well, especially with the double Evo chamber wall, protecting that potential natural. In terms of our upgrades though, it really is just gonna be the +1/+1 for Mizzle, and nothing on value besides the Reconstitution for Vincent. Something note, Aspire coming the way of DLSMIZEL, and Vincent trying to go for the brawl, but these earlings packing quite a huge punch. Not too effective, honestly. Everything's going on. Still, the cascade comes. It seems like Vincent wanting to push on through into this natural, really tearing things apart, really trying to get a shutdown, and here comes trouble. My name is Vincent. Mizzle unable to really keep things up with these roaches, just so tanky. But eventually though, Mizzle can't play his own game, go for the roaches as well, but he just wants to keep things up with the Zerglings 2 boots. Really saving up on that gas so he can have any number of Mula cycles into this one. Anyway though, actually continuing overall. Got Mizzle right now preventing that offense from working. The real question here and now is, how will this unfold? So we got Vincent playing the Mutas. He's on 11 of them right now, absolutely ridiculous numbers. In the meantime, Mizzle right now trying to build up his own kind of community. I know the Mutas really going for the harassment, trying to be the biggest pest of them all. In the meantime though, Mizzle flying on around, running on around as much as possible. And it's time to go for the pokes as soon as can be. Queens though, falling on the pressure. Muta's getting taken down by the anti-air defense. Well, seems like this main base might not be covered. But as we say that, Scorecard is not being built yet again. Huge wave of Mutas though from Mizzle to go for the backstab. And he will go for the push, he will go for the attack. He has 10 of them right now, coming the way of Vincent. And can the blue Zerg player actually hold? Will it happen? Will it be enough? Can it be a victory here for Vincent? He only has half the army, so he has to do every little bit to get the micro on. He sends his own Zerglings to try and keep the fight alive. This might be too little, too late. Mizzle right now with the punish. And honestly, very effectively done here. by our red Zerg player. Able to play scouting information, able to go for the 3 proc to get the rally on, as well as the +1. So overall, Mizzle showing his stuff with this race. 3 base Muta, can't really go wrong with that. Gonna be Burrow now being built. Corruptors in the meantime, though, for Vincent, he's gonna try to go for a last stand kind of scenario. And while that one Zerg thing really trying, Corruptors Ambulance bringing in the battlefield here and now. To the high ground, onto the main base, and onto even more pressure. Getting rid of the worker line has to be absolutely huge. So painful to get no economy whatsoever. Banelix right now smashing into the queen instead. Here comes more and more of these mutas. Corruptors though in behind, trying to even up the odds, but the mutas don't really care. It takes so long for them to get taken down by that. So the GG is called. Mizzle with the victory. Fun match though. I'm glad that they both enjoyed their session, but Mizzle has shown that he really recalls and learns from the tournaments that we have held, and he will take a victory on the Zerg race. And that's going to be our last game, ladies and gentlemen, for this SCPH replay casting session number 7. We'll be saving that series for a rainy day. And don't forget to tune in, as well as send your replays at gamesarepool@gmail.com. That's gamesarepool@gmail.com into the future.